For example, if someone was born in 1990, their Shengnian is Geng. Their wife was born in 1990, so her Shengnian is Wu. Their son was born in 2015, so his Shengnian is Yi. Their daughter was born in 2024, so her Shengnian is Jia. When setting up a formation at home, you must protect the Tiangyan of all the family members living there, ensuring they do not encounter any of the 6 harms. Now let's discuss Yixiang. Each concern you have corresponds to a specific Jiangyan. If you are worried about money, look at Wu. If you are concerned about management authority, look at Jia. If you care about performance or if you are a celebrity concerned about your image, look at bribing. If you are worried about violence, such as domestic violence or bullying, look at Geng. If you can't break through a situation or your technology is stuck, look at Zin. For relationship problems, look at Qi. These correspondences will be explained in detail next time. For now, just get a rough idea. The Tiangong corresponding to your concerns must be protected. This is divided into 2 parts. The first is called Zifu, and the second is called Zishi. Zifu is the authority, and Zishi is the area where you can apply your skills. So you must protect them. You can find Zifu and Zishi directly in the software. Every software will mark them. Find the palaces where they are located and protect the corresponding Tiangyan. The core of setting up a formation for ordinary people is to ensure that the Tiangyan of Rishi, Shengnian, Yixiang, and Fushi are not in the palaces with Xing, Mu, Geng, Hu, Po, and Kong. This is the bottom line of the Huaiqi Great Formation. Qimen Dunjia masters in the market only protect 1 or 2 of these to make you happy, but they don't care about other aspects. I've seen some masters use their family members as stakes to gamble for opportunities in their formations. I won't say more about this. Let's move on to an example of setting up a formation. This example comes from a famous figure in middle school textbooks, whose life was legendary. When I was looking for an example for teaching, I immediately thought of him, and as I expected, he was indeed manipulated by fate. If he had understood Qimen Dunjia, he could have contributed more to society. The Old Man and the Sea, and For Whom the Bell Tolls. Hemingway's character and experiences were intense and tragic. Let's look at his chart. It speaks volumes. Anyone with some knowledge of Qimen Dunjia can see from this chart that this person had a fierce character and needed to struggle. He would have been best suited for the military, where he could have poured his blood into the battlefield. Otherwise, his mind and body would inevitably suffer severe damage. The principle is simple and not mysterious. Just check if there is Zheng Jin in the bottom left. If Zheng Jin is affected by Xing. If there is Dinghu, Jin Men Tengshi, if there is Chanma, and if there is Tianchang. Now, let's start the actual formation, placing the Tiangyan and DZ into the palaces to maximize benefits. The first rule is to avoid the 3 wonders, tunes, and 6 evils. Never place the 3 wonders in a tune position or the 6 evils in a punishment position. Look at this chart. Red indicates the positions of the 6 evils, and blue indicates the positions of the 3 wonders. Yi and bribing should never be placed in the northwest. Ding and Ji should never be placed in the northeast. Wu should not be placed in the east. Ren and Gi should not be placed in the southeast. Xin should not be placed in the south. And Jia and Ji should not be placed in the southwest. No matter how you set up the formation, the images corresponding to these Tiangyan should never be placed in these positions. To ensure everything is foolproof, you can expand the protection area, ensuring no Yangyan enters a tomb. This is the taboo in formations. Even after a change in form, this taboo must not be violated. Note that in the west and north, no Gan will encounter punishment or two. So, a straightforward method is to place the object directly in the west and north after a change in form. It won't face punishment or tomb. This is a lazy person's method that avoids major taboos. I made a mistake last time who enters the tomb in the northwest, not in the west. The west and north do not face any major taboos. Having understood the taboos, I'll teach the rules of formation to suppress the 6 evils. Listen carefully. There are 4 types of images that can suppress and form formation's words, object, consciousness, and actions. All of these can form formations and suppress them. Everything in your life can become an image in the formation. Previously, I mentioned colors, materials, and zodiac animals, which are just one type of object. You can also write words, have specific consciousness, or perform specific actions to form the formation. For example, this chart shows a formation to suppress punishment. This is a direct answer. Just copy it. Suppose Geng in the northeast is punished. How do we suppress it? First, remove similar elements to Geng in the northeast. Then hang Yi high and place Si low. The same applies to other punishments. I've marked them out. Copy this method. In the southeast, Ren is punished. After removing Ren, place Ding high and Yu low. In the south, Xin is punished. After removing Xin, place Bribing high and Wei low. To clarify, let's take Geng as an example. Geng is punished in the northeast. We use Xi and Si to suppress it. In the northeast, you can do 4 things. First, write the characters. Write Yi and Si in the northeast, placing the Yi character high and the Si character low. This is the most economical method and effective. Second, place objects. Place objects similar to Yi and Si in the northeast. Yi can be a green plant, and Si can be a red candelora snake statue, though not recommended. Third, consciousness. In the northeast, think of thoughts related to Yi and Si, such as learning philosophies related to them. Shoganshi symbolizes Yi Si. Think of anything similar to Yi and Si in the northeast. Fourth, behavior. Practice yoga or soft martial arts in the northeast to become flexible. This is the most commonly used method. Place objects conveniently. Directly place green plants, gourds, and red candles in the northeast. This way, you can effectively resolve the punishments in the chart and protect the important elements, using the human chest as the dividing line. Above the chest is associated with the heavenly stems, and below the chest with the earthly branches. This is how they are placed. Now that you understand how to set up the formation, I will directly give you the answers. How do you suppress Xing tomb, Geng, tiger, persecution, and emptiness? When encountering Xing, use these methods and take a screenshot to save them. When encountering the tomb, use these methods and take a screenshot to save them. When encountering Geng and white tiger, directly use Yi, but note that Yi enters the tomb in the northwest, so don't use Yi in the northwest. When encountering door persecution, use these methods and take a screenshot to save them. When encountering emptiness, make up for what is lacking. For example, in this phrase, the northeast Wuxing happens to be empty, and Wu represents money. If you lack money, place the corresponding object in the northeast. These are the standard answers for the 8 gates transformation formation. Their principles are very simple, but you don't need to understand them now, as you might get confused. Just copy the answers directly. Once you understand these, we can save Soldier Hemingway. All of Hemingway's dangers are here. This is an open book test. Copy all the answers from before. These green words are the stems and branches to be placed in each direction. Find the corresponding objects for the green words and place them accordingly. The northeast is the most severe, so start from there. If there is Yi, place a gourd child. If there is Si, place a red candle. If there is Wei, place a sheep. It doesn't matter if it's a statue or a doll. In the southeast, there are Wu and Hai. Hai is a pig, and Wu is money, so place a piggy bank. In the south, there is bribing, a very bright light, or chandelier. If there is Wei, place a Maying Bigi in the cartoon, sheep character. In the northwest, place Lanaya gaining another cartoon sheep character. In the west, place a gourd for Yi. In the southwest, Su is a dog. If you have a dog, move its kennel to the southwest. If not, place a dog doll or something related to dogs there. In the north, Qi is a red candle, but don't place a snake. Finally, in the east, Yin is a feline animal. It is recommended to place a cat doll. This completes the formation. Do not move these items until the dangerous period is over. How much did this cost? It can save lives. Why am I talking about this? There are too many people in the world who shouldn't die. They just lack a method. All those who know but don't speak. And those who use this to cheat money are guilty and deserve severe punishment. I believe in fairness and justice. I believe that good tools should benefit the world. If you don't believe this, please continue your deceit and competition. Enjoy your battles. Early send-off to Lufin. Everyone, note that ordinary people should avoid using fear images like dragons, tigers, and snakes. You can't handle them. Replace dragon with a basin of water, tiger with a cute cat, and snake with a red candle. For soldier Hemingway, I can also set up a thought formation and a consciousness formation. Hemingway can read books, study philosophy, and learn culture to avoid misfortune. I casually pick some thoughts. In the Northeast, study psychoanalysis, Freud, and Lacan. In the Southeast, read Hegel and play dialecticals. In the South, read Nietzsche and listen to rock music. In the Northwest, read history, like Huaiqi Dunjia. In the West, read Shugenzi Zharuwei. In the Southwest, read Confucius, Analects, and learn how to be a gentleman. In the North, read Wang Yangming and learn the unity of knowledge and action. Read Shakespeare. This setup will ensure he avoids misfortune. I'm not joking. These thoughts have specific properties in each direction and can suppress the formation. This is a thought formation, just like in ancient times when specific mantras were recited in certain directions. So what are thoughts, philosophy, and truth in the face of Chinese metaphysics? They are tools to open up possibilities. By explaining this, you can understand the 4 phrases from the previous session. All symbols obey my command. All phenomena assist my life. What does it mean? The formation explained today is very powerful and comprehensive. It's called the 8 Gates Transformation Formation, or the Transformation Formation for short. It can completely neutralize all evils in the original situation. If ordinary people master this formation and copy the answers well, nothing will stand in their way. In special situations, you can use the second formation, the flower transfer formation. It requires a higher foundation and is easy to get wrong, which can lead to disaster. Some schools consider the flower transfer formation their highest secret, which I find amusing. The flower transfer formation is also simple and can be explained in a few minutes. But I have to be responsible for you. If you get it wrong, it's over. So I'll talk about it later. Its essence is grafting, and simulating the rotation of the North Celestial Pole. The most important thing is to set up the heavenly stems, but you can also set up the gates, stars, and spirits, provided you have a good grasp of the palaces. Stems, gates, stars, and spirits. In the next session, I will explain the detailed meanings of the 10 heavenly stems, 8 gates, 9 stars, and 8 spirits. Once you understand them, you can freely take objects from reality and change endlessly. Thank you all. And I hope you will face no danger when you have a chance to use your skills. If the environment doesn't provide opportunities, retreat and hide. Protect your family. Use what I have taught you. No one in the metaphysics circle cares more about your safety than I do. This is due to my experiences and pursuits. I don't believe in fate. I am fighting against heaven. We are all in the same boat. You are my Yibingding Sanghui, my winning chips, and we will surely win. This confidence is not blind. It is the inevitability of the Tao. Fame and fortune are dust. The Tao is incomplete, and it's up to ordinary people to fill the gaps. With you and me, every living person fills the gaps in the Tao, and we will surely win.